Cowboys. It is wide receiver Simi Fehoko out of
Brian just brought him up.
Stanford.
Good
How about
player.
that? Brian brought us. It's like you've done this before.
No, I mean, the problem I'm running into right now, guys, I got a bunch of hurt players on my board. And I was just trying to say, okay, they've taken offensive tackle. You know, they've addressed the defensive end part of things. You know, the linebacker. I just started eliminating. I'm like, well, okay, who would be the best guy? And he was my last wide receiver in the 4th round. Is how I have him on my board. So
he was.
That's why I threw his name out there.
I had him in the late 3rd. I really am a believer in Fehoko. Like I said,
his film is really good, by the way.
He's not the most natural pass catcher, but he's a big athlete who can run. And I'm telling you, special teams coverage is a big reason why I liked him so much. And so he was 108 on my board. And what pick is this?
179.
So, I mean, I love the value here with Fehoko.
Your 16th ranked receiver.
Yeah.
I have not watched a snap of him. I won't apologize for it.
Well, he's an older guy. He's a redshirt sophomore, but he's an older guy because he had the religious mission before he was at Stanford. But he, big-time high school player, like rewrote the record books there in Utah.
How about just big? This guy's 6'4",
222.
And if you check his pro day, he was 4.43.
Yeah, he's got
and he
6'7", 8'3" cone.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, he makes some incredible receptions down the field. I mean, I was watching the Washington tape, and they're trying to cover him, and it might have even been Molden, and it's along the sidelines, and like Molden's all in his body, and he just reaches back with his hand and's falling backwards.
Body control.
Catches the ball, gets his foot down, and then Molden's like, what the heck? And the Washington bench is screaming like, you know, they're looking like, whoa, he didn't catch that ball. Sure enough, he did. So, but there's snaps where he is covered, like I said, and then he's able to make the play. He's got body control, balance. He's able to put himself in position in order to make those receptions. High level of concentration. Super reliable, I think, when you watch him play. Might not be the prettiest player, but he makes his share of those wow plays.
Yeah, he does.
And so he's got a clutch gene in his body, I believe, because they're playing UCLA and they're getting killed. And all of a sudden they throw the game-tying touchdown to him, and then they go to him in overtime to get the winner.
Yep.
So this guy might have that kind of thing when you talk about size, speed, and the ability to go get that football.
As you say, if you want to watch him, watch the UCLA tape. Watch the UCLA game.
He wears them out.
He had he was targeted quite often in that game. And something with receivers that I always pay attention to is what percentage of your receptions resulted in a first down or touchdown.
Yeah.
That tells me a lot about how you are using the offense and what kind of player you can be for my offense. 77% of his catches resulted in a first down or touchdown. That is a high percentage. Ideally, you want something at least over 70. Getting close to 80 is fantastic. So, again, he's an older player. I don't think he's a natural hands catcher. I don't think he's a nuanced route runner, but a big athlete who can play on special teams, and he can still develop. I mean, he's older, but he's young in football years because again he missed. He sat out 2-3 years because of the religious mission.
So I think you just answered this for me, but it doesn't bother you the fact that he only had 4 starts in his 3-year Stanford career?
Yeah, I mean that's well, this past season having the
shortened year kind of hurt that a lot for sure.
That's part of it, but I mean he also had a blocked field goal. I mean against UCLA, he had 16 catches. Like when he was on the field, he was productive, and so yeah, not ideal in terms of snaps played. Ideally, what you want, but I think his best football is in front of him.
He's going to need to play special teams to make it here, so that makes a lot of sense to me. Which
he might put Noah Brown on the street.
Could. Well, Stephen Jones said it, and
or Cedric Wilson.
I've been driving the Noah Brown bandwagon for a long time, but the Cowboys are trying to
get cheaper.
They're trying to replace people. They want these guys to come in and take some jobs. So
quarterback got a big check.
Yeah,
we got to save some cap
Quarterback's
space.
making a lot of money. Running back's making a lot of money. Receiver one's making a lot of money. Defensive, I mean, they're all over the place.
It makes sense that the wide receiver that you would pick, if he can climb the depth chart, great. But if not, he can make the team and contribute.
Yeah.
That's
on
kickoff, trying to block.
I'm telling you what, man, this guy, he's got the ability. He I think I said that clutch gene. I think there's something about this kid. He's not a kid, but I'm just saying that he's got something to his game that when you watch it, you're like going, okay, I see where you're going here. Yeah.